Sharma. Welcome you in online classes of Buddha International School. Dear student, recently we have finished the chapter number 2 of civics. Now in today's lecture we will discuss about the chapter number 3 of history. You see, from civics directly we are moving in history. I know the test is quite different of history and civics. Geography is also very different. Maybe it is little different for you to go through this chapter. Why? Because now you are I think in your mind almost all kind of matters revealing of civics. So but to maintain the equal balance in almost all books, we have to see the whole chapter equally. That's why today we will discuss about the chapter number 3 of history, that is administration under British. See, my dear student, as the heading of this chapter is there, that is administration under the British. First of all, to start the introduction of this chapter, I want to draw your attention towards the last 2 chapters of the same history, in which we have discussed about the modern history, in which the Britishers, how they came in India. We have discussed how a company is going to rule more than 200 years over Indians, and finally the different kind of wars, treaties, and all means of the company, we can say, by which they want to control the Indian territories. Almost all the things we have discussed already. But again I want to draw your attention, my dear student, that you know well that by 16th century, one company that was started by the 2 wealthy merchants of then after the 2 wealthy merchants started it for the purpose of trade. Why? Because they are not having any kind of job, and finally they started a company. At a time they never think so that this company is going to become such a very big company and control the territories of a west country like India even. But by 16th century this company started, and this company, my student, came here in India for the purpose of trade only. 16th up to 1757, the company was busy in appeasing the wealth from our country India. But just after the battle of Plassey, we can say in 1757, now company decided to expand their territories in northern side of India as well as in southern side of India. Why? Because now they know well that the Indians, they are not so powerful even. They are having a kind of fear. They are not having the unity even. The rulers are fighting with each other. There is the availability of raw material in India is very fine. Finally, by taking the advantage of all the things, the British East India Company decided to expand their territories. And after, you know, 1764, the Battle of Buxar, they consolidated their power in India. And finally, by 1849, by the annexation of Punjab, the company is going to consolidate in almost all the, we can say, parts of our country. And finally, what happened is that now the company became the virtual protectorate and ruler of so many subcontinent part of India. As a result, what happened? That now company want to look after the all states properly. They want to have an eye upon. So finally they decided that there should be a kind of administration system. A system should be there by which we can see, we can look after each and everything of this country India, which is under our control. And that's why they want to introduce, they want to develop a good kind of system, that is administration system, you can say, about which we will discuss that how, in which way they want to develop, what kind of reforms, what kind of provisions, different kinds of charter act brought by the Britishers to look after the territories of India. Then I see, this is regarding the, we can say, the chapter that we have discussed, that how the administration system they are going to develop. Next thing is there, that is timeline. A simple introduction I want to give, that you all know very well, timeline is very important in history, especially in history. Why? Because If timeline is not there, that we are not going to have the exact data, exact we can say day and date, especially of different kinds of events. That's why you can see by 17th century the different kinds of act are going to introduce by the Britishers, like Regulating Act of 1773, DRT system of 1765, Pitt's India Act of 1784, and Charter Act of 1793, Act of 1833, Charter Act of 1853. We will broadly discuss in our upcoming chapter about all kind of whatever the system introduced by the Britishers. And the next is there, that is my student, dual system of government. Here in this lecture only, as this chapter is this lecture is only for the introduction of this chapter, but even about this topic we want to discuss that the dual system of government. This system by the student started by Robert Clive. Robert Clive introduced this system of the government, that is known as the dual system of government. You can call it DRG system of the government also, and dual means very well double system of the government. In 1765 this system was started by Robert Clive. Why this system started, well, that just after the Battle of Buxar in 1764, the company became the virtual ruler of Bengal, Bihar and Odisha. Means the three big states of our country, India, now they are under the full control of British East India Company. Now the company have the Diwani rights to collect the tax from these three big states, Bengal, Bihar and Odisha. So to look after the three big states, the company wanted to develop a kind of system, and for this they have adapted this system of the government, that is the dual system of government, system developed by Robert Clive. And what was this dual system of government? That according to this system, the Nawab of Bengal, he became the puppet at the hand of Britishers. Puppet means that the Bengal Nawab, he cannot take the decisions by his own. Even for small things, the Nawab have to take the permission from the British East India Company. Just like the puppet will dance according to that the person who is making dance to her or him. Simply we can say that now the Nawab, he have to take the permission from the Britishers. He is Nawab even, but he have no power. So simply we can say, according to dual system of the government, the Nawab of Bengal, he was having so many responsibility but no powers given to him. One side, on another side, the company have so many powers but no responsibility. So simply what happened, that Nawab became the puppet at the hand of Britishers. As a result, we can say he is the Nawab only, but being a Nawab, he cannot take any kind of decisions by his own. He had to take the permission from the British East India Company. Second thing, my dear student, because of this system of the government, what happened, that in Bengal, everywhere there is a kind of environment like plunderings, corruption is there, as well as maladministration system, no proper systems, no things are introduced properly. The officials of the companies are there, they are busy appeasing the wealth by the illegal means. They are working with the company as well as having their own business also. They are earning huge profit from that side by somehow involving in illegal activities. And as a result, what happened, that now the British East India Company, which was earlier giving more than 4 lakh pound to the British government, now they denying to give any money to the Britishers, to the British government. Why? Because what happened, that because of this, in Bengal there is a kind of environment that the officials are earning the money by the illegal means. They are not paying any money to the British government, and at the same time, my dear student, in Bengal the famine is also there. And due to that famine, what happened, the people of the Bengal, they start dying because of starvation. Why? Because the British government not providing the food to them. Even in that critical situation of the famine, the British East India Company is going to export the grains from India to their native country, England. As a result, what happened? The people of India, they are dying because of starvation, and the people of England, they are happy by just gaining the whatever the grains are there of the Bengal. As a result, it is said more than 50,000 people of Bengal alone, they got died because of starvation. When this news is to British government, finally they decided to look into the matter, that actually what's going on in Bengal, why the people got died there. how the company is not paying the money to the British government, and finally they decided that now whatever the matter is there, the company is not going to look. Now the British government is going to interfere in the company's affairs. And finally what happened? They are going to appoint one Governor General, Warren Hastings. Warren Hastings was the first Governor General of India, appointed by the British government in 1772. And just when Warren Hastings, he appointed as the Governor General, when he came here and he observed all the things there in Bengal, Bihar and Odisha, that what's going on actually there, what the company is doing, how the officials are busy in some other kind of wrong activities. And mainly after becoming the Governor General, he abolished this system of the government, that was the double or dual system of the government. So see, my dear student, here the very important thing that you should keep in mind, that who introduced the dual system of government? Robert Clive introduced the dual system of government in 1765. What was the double system of the government? According to this dual system of the government, the Nawab of Bengal became the puppet at the hand of the Britishers. Nawab have no right to take the decision by its own. He have so many responsibility but no power. But another side, the company have so many powers but no responsibility. And as a result, what happened? The condition of the Bengal became so miserly. The people start dying because of starvations, and they are not paying any money to the British government. Finally, the government decided to interfere in the British company's matters, and they appointed one Governor General in India. And who was that? Warren Hastings. He was the first Governor General in India. After Warren Hastings, first of all, the Governor General abolished this system of the government, that was the dual system of the government. So the introduction, that how they want to develop the good administration system. Then after the timeline about which we have discussed, these all the topics broadly we are going to discuss in our upcoming lectures. And the main topic, the first topic of this chapter, we can say dual system of the government, started in 1765, abolished in 1772 by Warren Hastings. These all the things we have discussed. I hope you understood. Even any doubt, any queries there, you can feel free to contact me. Thank you. Have a nice day.